What is going on, Basshead family? Super excited. We have a brand new sub over here on the channel. First Avatar sub. This is the STU 12. I got it because we did the Bonce Apocalypse 3012R on here a little while ago. And of course, this sub is about in the same price range. So I figured it'd be kind of cool to get it and see how it does. Now, of course, what makes this guy a little bit different from the Bonce is that this has a 4-inch coil, and it is rated for 3,000 watts RMS, I believe, which is pretty crazy. So Avatar and Bonce are both made by Alfred Audio, so I'm going to assume that they hold the Avatars to the same standards that they hold the Bonce subs to. We're going to do some tests with this guy and see how it really does and how it compares to the Bonce, so that should be pretty cool. Here are all the specs for the STU 12. So the cone is paper and fiber glass, die-cast aluminum frame, ferrite magnet, 3,000 watts RMS. This is max power 6,000 watts and peak power 12,000 watts. And of course, as I said, we have a 4-inch voice coil, which is really, really cool. And it is made of copper-coated aluminum. I, of course, have the dual 2-ohm version. Technically, it is 1.4 ohms each. The SPL is 85.7 dB. X-Max is 28 millimeters. FS is 34 hertz. And the BL is 25.2. Now, I did order this from Down for Sound. Cool thing about that, you got a couple of neat goodies. I got a pink lanyard this time. Voltmeter over here. Got the team Down for Sound. Looks like a white decal. And we got some candy. The coolest thing, we got this shirt over here. A little dirty, but I love black shirts. So very, very happy with this. If you want to help support the channel, there will be an affiliate link for this sub in the description below. Should you purchase this sub or something else through my link, I'll get a little bit of a kickback, and that really helps with these videos. So if you want to do that, thanks, guys. This cone is really cool. I do love the weave we got going on here. Very, very stiff dust cap and incredibly stiff cone. We have this nice mega roll surround. I love the orange stitching. And then, of course, we have the TI frame. Avatar is Alfred Audio's a little bit more budget lineup. So these things are manufactured in China, and they do use more standard parts. So we just have a basic TI frame. Whereas, of course, on the Apocalypse, we have a very custom, beautiful frame. So just kind of the little bit of difference there. But still, hopefully these guys will perform regardless. We have 2 of the round tinsel leads going to each coil. Then we have this massive 4-inch voice coil. And you can see it does just has the clear glue on it. It does not have the black glue that you see on a bunch of subs, like the Bonce over here. And then we have this triple stack motor over here. Now, I'm not exactly sure what size motor this is, but it looks just like a 300-ounce motor. Very similar to the 300-ounce motor we got on this guy and that guy over there. So, honestly, for a 3,000 watt RMS sub, I expected the motor to be a whole lot bigger. Here's the black brick house. This also has a 4-inch voice coil, which you don't see 4-inch voice coils a whole lot on subs, but you can kind of see the massive difference in the motor size here. Other cool thing about this guy, I think it's about $600, so not a whole lot more expensive than the Avatar. And again, what I like about it, it does have a much bigger motor, and it does have the black coating on the voice coil. Just from my experience, most of the subs that I've had with the black voice coils tend to have done better than the ones that just have the clear coating. Generally speaking, the glue they use is a little higher temp glue, but Not necessarily, guys. I'm going to imagine that Alfred Audio knows what they're doing when they're having these guys manufactured. Guys, super excited to have this here. I've wanted to try one of these out for forever. Y'all know I am a sucker for some budget, bigger subs like this. Now, that being said, $500 is no joke. Definitely not cheap, but you're getting that big old 4-inch coil, and you're getting a rating of 3,000 watt RMS, which is a really, really high rating. You don't see many of the nicer brands rating subs that high without paying like close to $1,000. Now, another thing to mention with a 4-inch voice coil, since the coil is wider, that means your spider, generally speaking, has to be smaller. So you're going to get less X-Max than if you had this exact same setup, but with a 3-inch coil. Obviously, these are not the same basket, so things are going to vary. But we do have a bigger spider over here as opposed to here. I'll measure them in the comparison video just so y'all can see that. But yeah, that is just one thing to mention. There are not all positives when it comes to 4-inch coils. Getting this guy hooked up, another good thing about it is we of course have the nice big terminals. So I'm able to fit this big 10 gauge wire in there, no problem. And it would easily fit 8 gauge, maybe even 6 gauge. Another cool thing to hold down the surround on this, it's actually got this screw-on plate, so you're never gonna have to worry about your surround, you know, coming unglued. So that's pretty cool. But in order to fit my screws, I did have to take the plate off. Okay, so that was a musical RMS test there. And you saw we were pushing it pretty good, and it made it through. No smells, nothing broke or anything. So, hey, this guy definitely does take the power.
up like a and I start basic just to show how they judge me when the song is over.
Y'all, I was pushing it there, and I've been playing this for a good little while. Finally got it distinct there in those last two songs, but it didn't smell like super bad. Definitely do feel some heat on the dust cap though, so we got this fellow warm. But again, I was playing for like 30 minutes, and it took forever to get this guy warmed up, so I'm surprised, guy. This coil is holding up. Well, overall, this thing is definitely taking the power. From a musical perspective, it's taking 3,000 watts all day long, guys. I am running this off of a Taramps 8K, so after box rise and whatnot, we're still seeing 3,000 to 4,000 watts, which is pretty cool. If you were to put this on a 3,000 watt amp, assuming you weren't clipping, this guy would take it all day long. Okay, I still got to do the dB test, so I will throw that in here. My meter died, so I had to order a new meter. It'll be here in a few days. Got a 134 with that sweep. We peaked at 36 hertz. That was 2,700 watts. Got a 137 and 35 hertz. Do some burst at 35 hertz and see what happens. 1,500 watts. We got a 135.5. 3,500 watts. And we got that 139. Almost 4,500 watts there, guys. And we broke into the 140s, got a 141.2. All right, let's really push her here. Just straight maxing out there. Again, about 4,500 watts. But look at that, guys, 142.6. Okay, just for the heck of it, let's try like 40 hertz and see what that does. Whoa, look at that. Almost 5,000 watts. And we got it actually a little bit better. Got a 142.7. Let's try 45 hertz just to see what it does. Whoa, guys, look at that. 6,500 watts. But score dropped way down there. 137.5. But anyway, y'all, this sub is nuts. This thing definitely takes the power. Now, it did seem to max out a little bit easier than some of the other subs. Again, that does have to do with that 4-inch voice coil as opposed to a 3-inch coil, but what it lacks in X-Max, it definitely seems to make up for in just the raw power that it can take. I know video won't do it justice, guys, but I had that thing just absolutely maxing out there, really, really pushing it for quite a long time, and it just kept going. Let me know what you think, guys, and stay tuned. Here soon, we'll do a comparison of this versus the Bonce Apocalypse. They're both made by the same company and they have similar price points. Figured it'd be really cool to do a comparison of them so y'all can see which one you should buy if you were considering one of them. Anyway, guys, stay tuned for that. Thank you all so much. Links to my Facebook, my Instagram, and all that junk in the description below should you want to check it out. Remember to check out the link to this sub should you want to buy it through Down for Sound. And other than that, guys, I think we are done here with this video, so let me know what you think. But remember, as always, keep basing on.